Hello, children. In our lesson today, we're going to carry on using the story of Sam's duck. And we're going to be thinking in particular all about the characters in the story. Now, in the PDF file, I've highlighted two of the characters, the gardener and the red-faced man. And I'm going to ask you to think about these characters as I read the descriptions to you. Do you like them? Which ones do you feel warmly about? And which ones do you think, not so sure about this character? So I'd like you to listen to the descriptions. We'll start with the gardener. The gardener at Nethercott Farm is cheerful, kind and friendly. He is quite tall with a long brown work coat and a jersey and a tie. He is a bit bald but has silver hair just like Sam's granddad. The gardener is in charge of the vegetable patch at the farm, sowing seeds and picking all the fruit, salads and vegetables that Sam and the other children help plant and which they get to eat in the farmhouse kitchen at tea time. He likes teaching Sam things about the countryside and knows all about animals too. He helps Sam take care of Francis. Although he probably doesn't think it's a terribly good idea for Sam to actually take Francis home, he does understand how important the duck is to Sam, and so he doesn't try to stop him. So that's the gardener. Now let's listen to the description of the red-faced man. Do you remember? He's the one at the market. The red-faced man that Sam meets at the market is not a very nice character at all. He wears an old cloth cap over long, straggly grey hair and has a battered and dirty country jacket. His face is red from being angry and a bit mean to the animals. Unlike the gardener who Sam meets on the farm, the red-faced man is really unfriendly and cruel. He sneers at Sam and tells him to get out of his way. He's very rough with the animals at the market, pulling their tails to make them move and even kicking out at them. Sam realises that the man is thoughtless and uncaring, so he buys the duck to stop him taking it home and killing it for his dinner. So can you see here we've got two aspects of character descriptions. We've got two things that we're told. We're told what each character looks like, and then we're told what kind of person they are. When we write about a character, we split our description into two parts. We split them into their physical appearance, and then we think also about their personality. So it's like what we can see on the outside and what the person is like on the inside. We call these character traits, and your physical traits are what you look like. These are the things that people notice about you straight away. These are the things that can identify you. If you're in a crowd and somebody says, go and find the lady with the blonde hair, then you have some idea of what you're looking for, who you're looking for. And then you have your personality traits. And these are things that you can't see by looking at somebody. You can only tell what the person is like, their personality is like, by the way they act. So let's go back to our two descriptions here. Let's start with the red-faced man. Now we know what he looks like. Okay, he's got an old cloth cap over long, straggly grey hair, and he wears a battered, dirty country jacket, and he's got a red face because he's always angry. So those are things that we can see. So in a crowd, that's what we'd be looking for. But we also know that he's mean and he's not a very nice person. And we know this because of the things that he does. So he sneers at Sam and tells him to get out of his way. He's very rough with the animals at the market, pulling their tails to make them move and even kicking out at them. So what the author has done writing this description is describe what the red-faced man looks like on the outside and then told you what kind of person he is, but given you examples so that you can work out that yes, this person is a mean person. And that's the kind of thing that we're going to be doing in our work. Obviously, the gardener is a completely different character and is described differently. So when you look at the description of the gardener, then it's a much more positive description. I think you'll agree, children. So we know that the gardener is kind, cheerful and friendly. Okay, he's tall with long brown work coat and a jersey and a tie. A jersey is another word for a jumper. He's a bit bald, but he's got silver hair, just like Sam's granddad. Do you think that makes him an older gardener or a younger gardener? Have a talk to your grown-up about that. We know that he likes teaching Sam all about the animals and that he helps Sam take care of tells us that he's a kind and caring and friendly person. We also know that he's a very sensible person. He doesn't really think that Sam should be taking Frances home with him, but he doesn't stop him. So that tells us again a little bit more about him. So we've got these two parts of the description. So very positive description of the gardener, not so positive, but quite negative about the red-faced man. Now your task today, children, is to think about Sam. Now you've listened to the story, you might want to listen to it again. And I want you to make lists of adjectives to describe Sam. I want to know what he looks like. And then I want you to describe the kind of person that he is. I want you to come up with some different ideas, link them back to the story. How do you know Sam is this? Okay, so for example, you might say that Sam is a very caring person who loves his granddad. So I'll give you that start. And we know that because he doesn't want to miss granddad's birthday and he wants to get granddad a special present. So I want you to link your ideas back to the story. So remember, I don't need lots of sentences. I need words, and then maybe you could put things like, kind, granddad's present. You don't need to write me full sentences, okay? And then later in the week, we're going to be using these and putting them into sentences to help to write a character description. So all this is your planning for our character description. So there's sheets in the PDF file. You don't have to use that. You can just make it on paper. You can draw a picture of Sam if you want to illustrate it. Can't wait to see what you do, and I'm so looking forward to seeing your work. Have a great day, Year 2. Bye.